All right, guys. So this clip is coming from Just Pearly Things. Shout out to her. Hope I get the pleasure of speaking to her one day. So apparently she watched Men's Dating Advice, Manosphere content for 6 months, and she learned 5 important things. We're going to dive into it, see what those important things are. And that's about it. Before I start the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so y'all know when I drop videos all the time. Now, with all that being said, let's get into the video.
So the first being, men are very tired of being used for their money. So I've seen.
Okay, now this one I can't personally relate to. I've never been the type of person to just be throwing money here and there for women. And I think when you dating a girl, when you're dating a woman, it's expected you're gonna pay more for things. You're gonna pay more for dates and get her stuff and things like that. It's typically a man's role to provide more financially than a woman does. So if you're being used for your wallet, yeah, that's bad. That needs to stop ASAP. But if you're just providing for a girl that provides enough for you, I feel like that's fine.
In this theme, like in the manosphere, where the reason guys get super caught up in the manosphere and start watching men's dating content is because they've spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on a girl. They've given these girls all this time, all this attention, and they end up like getting nothing out of it. And so I used to, if you look at one of my old videos, like we talked about like a guy paying on a first date. And I always said like I would never go on a first date with a guy if he didn't pay. And the reason, or on a second date with a guy if he didn't pay on the first one. And my thought process was, okay, if like a super attractive female came in and he had a first date with her, he'd probably pay. Or like a model came in. And so like my thought process was he's probably not that interested if he doesn't want to pay on a first date. After watching the Manosphere content for months, what I came to realize is a lot of guys are sick of being used by women. So women
and ladies, whoever might be watching, I just gotta say, look, if your bag is right, if your money is right, I tell you one thing: a man will be jaw dropped, shocked, blown away if you pay for him on the first or second date. He would not see that coming, and I bet he would appreciate it loads.
Women will go on dates with guys for food. They will literally just go on dates with guys with no intention of ever talking to them again. They just wanted a free meal for the night, and guys are really sick of it. So a lot of times guys will literally like not do that because they're just really sick of being used. That's why personally, like I'm okay with in the beginning stages not spending a lot of money on the first couple of dates, because like if we don't know each other, like what's the point? Like me and my boyfriend, like it took a while before we even went on like a super nice date till we like knew each other better. Okay. Second thing I've learned, men are afraid of marriage, but not for the reasons that women think. So women think that men are afraid of commitment. And in my opinion, I don't think men have changed in the past 100 years. So, 100 years ago, men were getting married all the time. So I don't think it's the long-term commitment that men are afraid of. From what I've seen, they're more afraid of the court system. So if you get
more afraid of the court system and also ending up with a crazy woman that'll drive you insane and make you not even want to sleep in your own bed, make you feel like an enemy in your own house. That's the things that men are really worried about when they think about committing to someone long term.
Married and it doesn't work out, like women can and will take all of your money. There are cases where men have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, spend their life savings, even if they don't have a kid with the girl. I forgot what it's called, but it's like when you when you have to send someone payments just for like being married to you.
I think that's alimony. Hey, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the stat. Women file for over, what is it, like 80% of all the divorces in this country. Men, see the signs early, start filing for divorce. You might win the case.
So from what I've seen, like men are more afraid of that than the long-term commitment. Because if you ask most men want to be married at some point. It's the court system that I really think makes men a little.
Not even want to be married, but I think every guy wants a woman he could come home to that'll cook for him, clean up if she has to, take care of him. Just be a peaceful presence in his life. What man wouldn't want a peaceful, beautiful, feminine presence in their life? None. I can't think of any that won't, any that wouldn't like that.
A little bit more hesitant about getting married. Okay, the third thing that I have learned from watching Manosphere content is that women today are less marriageable than ever before.
Bingo. That's a big one. Today's breed of women are not like yesterday's breed of women.
For a guy to find a girl that is agreeable, that is pretty, that is in shape, low body count. From what I've seen in the manosphere, it's a lot harder than women think. So honestly, like, I think girls have more leverage today that are in that category than ever before because girls.
Yeah, girls like that are getting swooped up faster than, I don't know, but they getting picked.
Are so rare that are in that category. However, on the flip side, men that are in like the top 5 to 10% have more options than ever before because so many more girls are willing to have sex with them like immediately, right away. So that's probably the third thing that I've learned is that like finding a quality girl is harder for men than ever before. One, because men have to deal with all these games. Like they won't even know if a girl's actually.
Excuse me. Also, a lot of women don't want kids the way they used to want kids. I know this isn't every guy, but for a lot of men, having a family is important. And if a girl says she doesn't want kids or I only want one kid, I mean, depending on how much you love her and how much you're willing to bend your what you want, a guy might accept that. But a lot of women don't want to have kids the way they used to have kids either.
Actually interested in them or just using them for their money, clout, like whatever it is. Okay, fourth thing I've learned from the manosphere, and I'm not going to talk about if this is true or not true. This is just how a lot of guys see it. Women are always willing to leave you for a better option. That's the way a lot of guys think. So it's really important to some guys that you're the best option that she has because in a guy's mind, like,
I'm sorry, I just spaced out. I gotta hear that one again.
That's the way a lot of guys think. So it's really important to some guys that you're the best option that she has. Because in a guy's mind, like, and a lot of girls do this. I'm not discounting that it exists, but they seem to think that it's very hard to find a girl that's not going to leave you for the next best thing. Number 5, men just really want to be appreciated. A lot of guys seem to think, and I would agree that girls have inflated egos because all the time we're just told you're so beautiful. There's a million like DMs we have for we have a million DMs telling us how great we are, how beautiful we are. So a lot of girls aren't really brought down to earth. Luckily for me,
yeah, a lot of girls haven't been brought down to earth. So let me do a little earth down bringing for you. A lot of women today, what you see on YouTube labeled as the modern women, they're selfish. I think it's in women's biological nature to be a bit selfish. It's literally to be a bit selfish and get the best thing they could get. It's in their biological nature. But a lot of girls only see their problems and their issues and think about the things that they go through with dealing with a man and don't ever for 1 second think about what they put a man through. Men have to do a lot on a day-to-day basis. We got to deal with a lot. Women do too, but I don't think women understand men's struggle at all. And this video is about over. I'll let her say her piece, but it'll benefit women to try to empathize with men's struggles, because you ladies just don't seem to get it.
I always had a friend group that was prettier than me, so I've been humble from a very young age. Very low self-esteem.
I feel you. Me too.
But when you are in a relationship,
I was there once in my life
with a guy, like, guys just want to feel like you appreciate them and you know how valuable they are. Because a lot of men feel really underappreciated in their relationships because women will do things like withhold sex if they don't do like chores or something.
Ridiculous.
Or, they're always the ones, they file divorce in 70 to 80% of cases, women do. So men really just want a girl that like appreciates them and knows that the guy.
That's why I love my girlfriend. She appreciates me, and I appreciate her and everything she does. That's how a healthy relationship looks. You both make compromises for each other and appreciate each other. But just to wrap up my comments, the video is about over. Like I said, what was I gonna say? Oh, men, we're not asking for too much. Ladies, you could fix a lot of these dating issues. You can't fix a person, but you could fix the dating issues on your end by speaking out less, being a little bit less opinionated, and just letting the man lead you a little bit. If you see he's leading you to the slaughter, don't follow him. But don't speak up as much. Don't be argumentative. Don't fight back all the time. Just be peaceful and be an asset. If you can be a peaceful, feminine asset, if you could do those three things, you will find a man who will love you and appreciate you, and he will want to be with you forever. Like she said earlier, feminine women who know what men want have a lot of leverage in the dating marketplace. A feminine woman that knows what a man wants is like a rich man. On the flip side, those type of girls have all the leverage. They have a lot more leverage, and no man that has that will want to leave that. He might go and test out a few other waters, but he knows where to lay his head at night. He knows where to come back to, and that's to you. That's to you. I forgot the feminine. I forgot the three things I named, but that's it for the video, you guys. Shout out to Pearly. Like I said, I really love to talk to her one day. Let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Next, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And until next time, y'all, peace.